Hi there, thank you for tuning in to FunAhead TV. Today I'm going to show you the 3 not so quick but pretty easy steps to giving your daily driver a beautiful show car finish. So stay tuned and have fun. Okay, here's our subject for today. It's my 1994 Lincoln Town Car. I like a very wide range of cars, and big, old, luxurious boats like this are certainly on that list. They've always amazed me with how technologically advanced they are, like having a cell phone and a fully digital dash with things like instant MPG and miles to empty. This car also has climate control, which was not mainstream on cars until maybe another 6 or 7 years after this car was made. The main thing that I love about this car is the way that it drives. It just absolutely floats down the road and is a complete dream to ride in. That alone is the thing that amazes me the most about this car. But anyway, enough about the car. Let's get into how to clean the car and give it that amazing show car finish.
Step 1, grab a beer. You're gonna need it.
Okay, actual step 1, it's time for a thorough car wash. Be sure to use good car wash practices so you don't add any additional scratches to your paint. Car washing can add many imperfections to your paint without you even realizing it. So make sure to use things like a microfiber wash mitt, such as the one that I'm using. Another good practice is to add soap into your wash water so that it acts as a lubricant. Of course, another very important thing to do, which I didn't show in this video, is rinse your car beforehand to get as much dust off as possible. You don't want to be dragging that dust and grime around your paint as you're washing, because that just creates extra micro scratches. The whole point is to give your car a very thorough wash down so that you can remove as much of the grime off the surface as possible so that we can proceed on to the next steps.
Okay, step 2. It's time for clay barring. The purpose of the clay bar process is to remove any imperfections that are sitting on top of your paint. This could include things like dirt that's stuck there, or tree sap, or any sort of contaminant that your naked eye can't see. There's a surprising amount of contaminants that get left behind in your paint, even after washing your car. The clay bar process utilizes a clay bar, obviously, which is just a piece of clay that you put on your hand and flatten, and then you rub over your paint. For this process, you also use instant detailer, which is used as a lubricant so that the clay can slide over your paint easily. The way it works is that the clay shears off all of the imperfections that are sitting on top of your paint, and they get basically absorbed into the clay. So be sure to turn the clay over and recycle the surface from time to time so that you're not just rubbing the same surface or the same part of the clay over the entire surface. Once you finish clay barring the whole surface, you then take a microfiber rag and wipe off all the excess instant detailer. After that, you're all done with the clay bar process. Just a quick thing to note, clay bar kits can be picked up at any auto parts store. The particular one that I'm using, I picked up at AutoZone, and it's the Mother's clay bar kit. It works quite well in my experience. Next step, go buy yourself a random orbital. This one is the Griot's Garage Random Orbital. Along with that, you'll need a correcting pad in addition to the finishing pad. And those each come with their respective creams, correcting cream as well as finishing cream. Now I picked up this whole thing as a kit for about $150 on Amazon. A lot of the professional detailers recommend this specific one for beginners because it's very high quality, but it doesn't break the bank like a lot of the nicer ones. Now I know what you're thinking. Spending $150 on a tool just to make your car a little bit cleaner does seem like a bit of a stretch, but trust me, it's completely worth it. Additionally, old buffers had a high risk of burning your paint. However, the random orbital is designed specifically for beginners so that they can't burn their paint. It makes it almost completely impossible, and B, it does a better job than old school orbital buffers. So trust me, it's completely worth it, and your paint is going to look amazing when this is all said and done. Okay, now let's get started. Start by applying your correcting pad to the orbital. Next up, apply 6 to 7 dime-sized dots in the middle of your correcting pad. Once you've applied the correcting cream, dab the cream around before turning the machine on in the area that you're going to be working. Remember to always work in small spots. I'm doing about a 1.5 foot by 1.5 foot area. Once you get going, set your machine to speed setting 4 or 5 and begin buffing in a crosshatch pattern as I'm doing here, forward, back, left, right, until all of your cream has been worked into the paint. Of course, you'll see a little bit still on the surface, but basically do it until you can't work the cream in further. Then you take your microfiber rag and buff the excess correcting cream off of the paint surface. Of course, once you finish a section, it's fun to get down low to admire that sweet before-after view. From this point, you just continue to work in small sections until you finish the entire body panel that you've been working on. After that, switch to the polishing pad and do the entire process over again with the polishing pad and polishing cream. Then from that point, you're done, and you can drive up to Cars and Coffee on Saturday morning and show off the good work you did. Thanks for tuning in to FunAhead TV.
Oh, look at that paint job.